Welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings, ladies and gentlemen. It's once more your man Bob Mob, Doc Wildcard. I've decided to help out a guy named Katsuharu, and he's apparently an old man, or old dragon, from the looks of him. And so he's now telling me a story about how he became an ice cream vendor, and apparently the only ice cream vendor in this world. I have very fond memories of my childhood. When I was little, we had a confectioner in town who offered all sorts of specialties, cookies and sweets, cakes and chocolates. The owner was a kind old dragoness who made everything that she was sold in the shop with her own two claws. The confectionery was always very good, but his ice cream was truly exceptional. Even as a small child, I could always taste the difference. Even my parents didn't care, claimed that my ice cream was good and nasty. As I grew up, I became with a fundamental misunderstanding about people. There are those who are content with the lowest common denominator, and those, like me, who could appreciate the finer details and expertly grasp things. I talked with her and when I heard the plans to retire to see if anyone was going to continue running the shop or if she'd take an apprentice, but to my utter dismay I learned this was not the case. You see, she was the kind of humble person who didn't think of herself or her wares in a special way, so she never felt the need to reserve them. I realized without my intervention her art would be lost forever. I begged and pleaded with her not to let this happen, but she insisted I had last overestimated her skill. It was not until I ran out and brought her some of my store-bought pulp they dared call ice cream. Boy, that's weird. It's pulp they dared call ice cream. I just find it amusing. She gave in and agreed with me. As a creator, she of course had never felt the need to buy some for herself, and she could always just make her own. And after only eating her own wonderful ice cream all these years, it had become just ordinary for her. She had never realized how truly exceptional it was. Even though she was already at retirement age at the time, she took me as an apprentice to teach me the fine art of confectionery. I was a student for a few years and learned the basics of many recipes, but unfortunately she passed away before I could learn the secrets of her particular brand of ice cream. For the next couple of years, I traveled from city to city, trying to find her relatives and confectioners of a similar caliber in order to find the last ingredients for a recipe. Going from one disappointment into the next, that sounds almost like something from a film noir. It's pretty cool. Going from one disappointment to the next. I checked out a distant nephew who remembered her from his own childhood. Even back then, her ice cream had apparently been very popular in the family. He was very happy to hear he was able to fulfill her dream of owning her own confectionery. However, after he told me the recipe was the confectioner's own, she never divulged it to anyone else, I had realized that it was a secret she had apparently taken with her to the grave. Nowadays, people tell me that I have surpassed her. What they didn't know is that all the recipes I use, all the varieties that I offer, came when I tried to recreate her recipes. I never succeeded. Just look at the number of different ice creams I sell. People tell me how impressive it is and how they're all wonderful. They think it makes me better than her, but she only sold a single flavor, single variety. She never really needed anything else because that one flavor was perfect. I can only describe my own success while I learned from her. Of course, this corner is not the only place where I sell ice cream. I also have my own spots in surrounding villages, but even there I can slowly see the influence of the cities taking over. The trouble is, nowadays people just don't appreciate the art anymore. They only care that they can or not about what they're too quick from what they can get, what they can get from local supermarkets. ugly mass manufactured pulp. God. Some of those companies approached me before. They wanted to buy my recipes, but I won't let them ruin what they have by making it cheap and easy with the produce like the stuff they sell. My ice cream is only what it is because I still make it with my own two hands. That's the way it has been, and that's how it's always going to be. Yeah, what's up with that? You mentioned you were planning to retire in a few years. What's going to happen then? Do you have any students who will take over the business afterwards? I wish. I've had a few students who wanted to learn the art, but they all gave up sooner or later. Why's that? I may be forgiven, but the recipes aren't. Some steps are kind of manual labor, and people don't expect the harsh conditions that come with the job. Many apply only because they know how successful I am and how much I sell on a hot day, but they don't sell the work that goes on behind the scenes. I see the same influence of the cities corrupting the youth of today. They're lazy and stingy gratification, wanting to make the recipes easier and cut corners, but won't stand to compromise on quality. If there is no one willing to learn, appreciate, and preserve the art, it would tell me there is no desire for my ice cream in this world anymore. Let them have the cheap stuff if that's all they want. I'd rather take my recipes with the creative than let big companies have them. I have a grandson who may be my last hope. Unlike others, he was always interested not only in my ice cream, but also learning what it took to make it. In a year or two, he'll be old enough to become my apprentice if he so desires. But I'm not sure if his interest will still be present. Even if it is, I don't know if he'll be able to brave the hardships that come with it, but I have hope. However, that is talk for the future. I have much more pressing problems right now. Like what? You see, this area used to be the popular spot for people to meet each other. Ever since Tatsu Park opened, it's not worth coming to my corner anymore. Stores closed down. Maybe you shouldn't count on people seeking you out. You should try coming to people instead. That's what the car is usually for, right? You tried moving somewhere else? Moving? Well, that's what the wheels are for, right? But this has been my spot for the last 40 years. It's always worked out great for me. So it's not working out so great for you right now. Maybe it's time for a change. I guess I don't really have anything to lose at this point. What do you propose? Oh, this is interesting. What's going to happen now? I'm not sure how it let you convince me this place would steal all my customers from me. I don't think that's the right way to look at it. The world is ever changing. You can't stop that. You have to find ways to deal with it, or it will also be left in the past. Indeed. So I blame the change on. It's too easy to just blame the change and be done with it. You shouldn't really be so quick to give up, you know? Exactly, never give up. But all my customers know that the other corner is my spot. How are they going to find me here? I think the people who buy this ice cream will spread the word. You think so? It's summer, so there are tons of people around who'd like to buy an ice cream right now. Well, if you think you could sell ice cream better than me, then please go right ahead. What do you usually do? What do you mean? Well, that's my usual sales tactic. I don't need to do anything special. People always used to come to me. During my best times, they'd wait for my arrival in lines. I'd be sold out in minutes. I see. That may have worked before, but these times call for different measures, I think. We set up the cart with busier corners. Once it was ready, we only needed to get the word out. Ice cream! Ice cream! Ice cream by the only way! Katsuharu, here in Tatsu Park! Get some on supplies last! Didn't take much to get the people in the city to take notice. First customer arrived quickly. Of course, everyone recognized Katsuhara and loved his ice cream, but they also commended him on his new location. Others, however, were attracted by me. Dean was there under police protection, opened the selling ice cream, gave faithful friends excuse to come in for a short chat. Soon people were flocking to the concerts where we got around the even selling Katsuhara's legendary ice cream in Tyson Park. Can I get one of these, please? Of course, one ice cream for my favorite artist. How do you know? I've seen you around. Besides, your accessories kind of give it away. Oh, okay. I need some ice. My colleagues are dehydrated from working in the heat. How many cups do you like? Let's make it 10. Alright, here you go. 10 cups plus one extra just for you. Thank you, I'll make it count. Business was booming, and it wasn't until a certain person showed up at the signature basket series. Well, this is interesting. Mister, what do you think you're doing here? What does it look like? Looks like you're selling ice cream now. Since I personally go Katsuhara, I know it's exquisite ice cream at that. My bad guess. I don't want to tell you what to do, but if the trade commissioner finds out about this, I won't hear the end of it. Probably be blathering about unfair competition because you lose your status. Competition fuels everything when it comes to buying and selling stuff. That's something that's been proven throughout history. I wouldn't mind his complaints now, but so I'm in charge of credit, so it's going to come back to me and it's going to wind up cancellation. I just want to help Katsuhara, that's all. Help him? Is he in trouble? The last demon speaks the truth. Ever since the opening of Tatsu Park, my business has been plagued by drought and become forsaken like a desert. Well, it's not hard to see why when you kept staying at your own spot on the other side of town. It was Bob and Mom's idea to come here. It was a good one. You don't look like you're having much trouble here, my friend. Yes, I will have to admit defeat on that front, but in hindsight, all successful ideas look like good ones. My friend, how come you never told me about this? I could have read something for you. I was sure you have more troubling issues yourself than taking care of a businessman who should be able to take care of himself. But I won't stand for this town's only ice cream vendor going out of business. For this new location, I don't think you're going to have any more trouble, but in order to resolve the social situation right now, I think I'll go with a different solution. You want to sell some ice cream, Bob, Mom? Then I'll have to buy the rest of your inventory. Minister must be very hungry then, or very hot, maybe both. I'm sure the other employees of my building will appreciate a little something to combat the heat. Would you mind if I borrowed this cart for a while? Otherwise, I'm not sure I'll go around transporting all of it safely. Not at all. Just let me know when I can retrieve it. Of course. Yeah, that's a nice thing, nice bit of a happy thing in the midst of all this madness. Well, that was interesting. I could probably have turned out better for me, but all I feel excited my glory days returning to those old bones of mine. Glory days, that reminds me of Bruce Springsteen, the boss, and the creator of the real Wrecking Ball, the real song Wrecking Ball, not Miley Cyrus, Bruce Springsteen. I would know because I saw him in concert during his Wrecking Ball tour. I had first row seats. Incredible experience. He was 60 years old at the time, and he went 3 hours plus without taking a break. If you ever get a chance to see him, ladies and gentlemen, do so. If you're not doing yourselves a favor. Sound like the two of you knew each other. Indeed, I've sold ice cream since the beginning of my career. Talk about a long-time customer. And a good one, too. I know she's not only enjoyed my ice cream after this new necessity, but also due to appreciation of the fine arts. She's a connoisseur like me. And she bought the whole inventory. Yes, but don't Jessie has this big spender. She's a true patron of the arts. Do you like her? How dare you say something about her? She is a muse and inspiration. Her lifestyle embodies the philosophy of my heart. And you ask if I like her? Pah! I see how it is. Anyways, I guess I should be thanking you for the help again. Stop me for that. I'll offer you some more ice cream, but I'm afraid we're all out for the day. Actually, I didn't even have one earlier. What? Yeah, a customer you didn't want to serve interrupted us, now it tells the rest later. Oh, you're right. What a great shame. You sold all my stock. You didn't turn sounds to indulge in luxury yourself. It's no big deal. You know, you could come back next time, I'm telling you. Now that you have saved my business, I'll let you get all the ice cream you want. Thanks. Well, maybe not all of us, so I myself let go bankrupt again. System. Oh, artisan. Cool. Artisan achievement unlocked. You met with Katsuhara. Nice. Nice to have a break from all this madness. Besides having free time today. Okay, let's see here. Hey, Bob, good to see you. Your face? What? No need to be so formal. Sure, I'm the chief here on this prize. Don't mind the chaos, it's just a temporary arrangement. They'll be inside most of the chaos. While I took a seat and looked around, I realized this apartment was obviously designed with only a single person in mind. Some days you can tell how you can feel good over. Long day at work. You know how it is in the police department, especially with everything going on. Yeah, how many have you found so far? There's been at least 3. Huh. Heck no, I could use some good company right now. So what do you usually do for in your world? Yeah, I do all these. This is what I do the most though, I guess. So I couldn't tell. Actually, ow. That hurts. Well, yeah. Well, you don't really have good front residence. Yeah, just that. How about you? Different things, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know how it is. That's not very specific. Alright, I'll show you something. Probably you won't laugh, okay? Okay. Good. Went to the shelf on the far side of the room, picked up a long object, carrying it with his palms to the chain, turned the table and sat down. It was a wooden model ship. Oh, cool. From first appearance, I could guess it was a child's first attempt at assembling a model. While the shape was recognizable, there were some odd pieces jutting out, not fitting together properly. In some places, globs of dry glue were made from excessive use. That's just mean. Yeah. You don't need to lie to me. I know what that looks like. But that's not the point. Even though I try to always make the best decisions, I know I'm not the most patient person. But in my line of work, you never know where you're going next. So you always have to be prepared. You can't heavily explore weaknesses. And of course, I wouldn't be fit for duty. Chief people look up to me, so I have to be at my best at all times. We can both tell the knowledge is not very good. I don't have the patience or the dexterity for it. But I try my hardest to get better. So it took me way longer than I should have been covered in glue for a week afterwards. But you know, those models even aren't intended for us. They're merely for ones like Sebastian with the proper hands for that kind of stuff. I know this must be something. And maybe if I keep trying, I'll get better. Wait a minute, you have ships? Not in this town, but yeah, we have ships, alright. Why does that surprise you? Just find it interesting because where I come from, we also have vehicles for land and air travel. Well, some of us can fly, some of us can run well, but none of us can swim beyond the seas. Do you even have different continents? Not that I know of. You probably have to ask someone who knows more about our world than I do. How can you not know something like that? Well, we do get the occasional explorer adventures to uncharted areas, but I don't really keep that track that kind of thing. What would you want to visit if you ever found one? I can't say I won't find thought interesting, but in the end, we've got people here, and they need their chief. Maybe you could take a vacation to us out there. Ha! Even if I ever have time for that, maybe. Can you swim? Not particularly well. You may have noticed I lack streamlined. Don't make that for someone. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Not quite. Meaning what? Okay, when was the last time I saved again? Alright, yeah, right there, though. Not quite meaning, no, I didn't notice her. But I could do something else, I see. So, alright, put your hand on my forearm. Can you technically have 4 legs? I guess, but it's easy to say forearm, right? Specifying the upper part of my foreleg. Besides, using more of the leg, like teeth. Yeah. Yeah. What? No, not that top one. Oh, jeez. No. I can see. I can see what he means here. I'll be right because there I go. His forearm shifted, the teeth was about to changing and became more defined. In a moment they were firm, bulging, the scales flaring under the stress and looking as if they might pop off any moment. Reminded me of someone. A flexing bodybuilder, skin tight, lycra suit. Yeah, cool. So that's what I'm talking about. Flex your own puny muscles. I don't have puny muscles in real life. I'm proud to say. I'm a powerhouse if I do say so myself. I lift every other day. And I lift the maximum weight on the seated curl machine, and I lift the maximum weight on this like back kick kind of machine. I do maximum weight on all the things I do. You think you're the only one to do that? Just take a look at this. Go up, I see the 6'5". Some of those bits sound like in a strict pose. Let's try, but if I still think you are messing with me. Yeah, that wasn't my fault. It was the damn stairs. Speaking of which, this whole place could be completely insane. I was always a step behind Reason Maverick running around trying to catch himself. I wonder what he's been up to. Maverick? Yeah. We had an interesting conversation not so long ago. What? What exactly was that? Well, I went into town to check your place for visa, list of place visa gone into. How come you didn't say anything about that before? Didn't think it was anything worth mentioning. It was a pretty one-sided conversation anyway. Alright, maybe you should start from the beginning. I don't want to say he's crazy, but I have no idea what he's talking about. Me neither. You know, not just time you should let the police decide whether something like that is best worth mentioning or not. I suppose you have a point. Why did you not tell us about this again? I thought it was just Maverick being Maverick. It's not normal like that. I don't get it. Why is he acting like that? You think he's on something? I don't know, but there must be a reason behind his behavior. Well, it does seem like that could be the case. You think so? Saying everything that's happened to you so far is possible. I'll put you in a very bad position. I know, but if it was him, I can't change what he's done. I can only help you out, try to help you out as much as possible. Just thinking out loud, Reza was the first recon to come here. He registered Jerry and PDH trade when you came through the portal to whatever your part of the deal. There are people who have any goals or long-term plans for us. Or was this going to be a one-off thing? It was supposed to be a scam mission more than anything. It's just to see if this kind of business relationship will work out. If it did, it would make the community very happy. Things aren't looking for us on that front though now. But yeah, that's another reason why I'm helping you. However this whole thing turns out, no matter what happens, I've got your back, okay? Yeah, watch your own back first. Well, that's true. You can't really defend others if you're not alive, but yeah. That's the spirit. Yeah, I'm gonna grab myself a beer. You want one? No, not that third one. Not the first one either, but just in case. Yeah, as I said, I'm not really a drinker, but if you say so. Put a scalp left through one of the doors towards the speed of moving along the room. Huh. Yeah, I don't want to really, invade anyone's privacy. It's just this, not one second. Wait, I did some simple stretching out his pastime. Leg stretcher. You stretch your legs for a bed, see when unlocked, okay? First, slowly back through the door, the handle of the beer-filled basket clamped to his maw. Carefully set the basket on the coffee table and took out the beers one by one. Once he was done, he swapped the basket into a far corner. Help yourself, Dark. Plus, the store-bought beer looked very different from what I had seen in the bar. They were presented in large plastic bowls that were sealed at the top, reminding me of yogurt containers. Right, this is how yogurt is spelled. Why did they have it spelled as yogurt before? He broke the seal of one of the containers with his claw and proceeded to drink it noisily. Sweet, sweet nectar always does its job. Ask you something? Go for it. Oh jeez, please don't take this the wrong way, but I watched how you carry the beer. Scaly tasks how you do the other tasks like shopping, for example, like get this basket because this basket's your best friend. So that's just how we do things around here. I'm not sure that's so special to you. That makes me wonder. I know you can use your forelegs well enough for things, but what about your hind legs? Can you walk on those? Good question. If you just thought about our species, some of us can, just a little. For me, I probably would be two steps that way. Interesting. Maybe that's something I should practice as well. Very good exercise and discipline. Regardless, I will be in the kind of parts competition anytime soon. You have competitions? Oh yes, each species gets those athletic competitions with field modes this year. Sounds fun. You ever thought of joining it? It's not really my kind of thing. I mean, it's always just about who's the best, who's the strongest, has the biggest muscle, all that. Not into that whole competitive lifestyle. And some of those events can also be a bit dangerous. One accident could be over me as chief. That sounds rough. What kind of competitions do you have? They usually highlight the individual species' strengths and abilities. We get to the strength based stuff, the flyers go by, the runners get to run, and so on. Speaking of which, it's kind of funny how upright you are when you move. The runners feed forward means their big tails bounce, whereas you have yours tucked into whatever it is you're wearing. Actually, we don't have tails. Are you kidding me? Not at all. Seriously? Everything you wanted to. How could you just say have one? So many decisions. So many save files that are needed to be used. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I guess that's just how we are. Sounds wonderful, just fucking mine. It's a pretty lucky weapon right there. And you just have nothing. Can't help it. You know what? I don't believe you. I'm not sure how I can make this any more clear. Show me. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, dear God, please help us. No, that just be weird. But just in case I want to save, because I don't want him to, like, breathe fire on me or something if I don't. Why not? I'm not sure if I can ever explain this, but we wear these things for a reason. Let's see what's in these very defense culture. Is that so? Yes. Sounds like an excuse to me, I'm not going to argue. Okay, so we've got tailcoat, now what about wings? I don't think you can call it so thing on my back wings. What are they then? Articulate pieces of armor, I guess. Can you flap them? I can try. First got up on all floors, crowding his body in preparation with what is to come. His face contorted into a grimace as upright strain. He held the pose for a few seconds, but nothing happened except sticking to his growing effort. And suddenly his wings started to move. Slowly at first they swayed up and down. They gradually picked up speed and moved with a rhythm that could be rightly called flapping. It reminded me of pigeon I often saw back home. After holding a few seconds, he breathed a sigh of relief as he relaxed and the flapping motion stopped again. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, I was silly at first. Too bad they don't have any flight precautions for our species. I was exhausted, just the right time for a beer. I was confused. Oh, serious. I don't want to be rude. I mean, it's his home and everything, but still. Do you really have another beer? Why? Do you want to let us while we can share? No, but you said there was more than the green chunk. This is your third one already. Okay, sorry. So I've been wondering, what does it take to become someone to become a honest ambassador? I'm still not quite sure how I ended up here. I guess my case was just a combination of the right degrees, volunteering, and a great deal of luck. Indeed, I'm Lady Luck's man. That's one of my other titles is Lady Luck's man, a title I gave myself in stock wildcard, and because in the that's actually in my profile pic. That's me with Lady Luck on my 21st birthday. I was taken to Atlantic City, New Jersey, and I actually hit the perfect 777 on my second try at the slot machines, and was able to cash out with $50 and 20 cents out of a $20 bill. It was awesome. What job did you have before that? Were you like a politician or a diplomat or what? Actually, I was none of those things. Reason maybe, but certainly not me. It's not like you need the ambassadors to represent humanity before, right? That makes this whole process at first, unless you had alien show up your place before. It's funny you should say that, because for a while there actually was speculation there were aliens. Well, it's not like we fly right of spaceships or anything. Strictly speaking, the word alien refers to a form of life that doesn't originate from our own planet. That's why I prefer the term extraterrestrial, because that doesn't sound as mean. Stop racist to each other, huh? Well, I'm not sure that'd be a good description of your kind. Oh, why not? Yeah, exactly. That's no good. What does that make us then? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to make up a new word for sentient civilized dragons. What do you think about us humans, anyway? I know many others have their own ideas of what humans are, what they're supposed to be. We're not dragons, that's all I'm sick as it is. And how is it? Well, it's been interesting so far, and I'm reserving judgment on that one. It's so funny to see people talking about humans all the time, where your presence could mean mom, either shoes can't meet you and know what they actually like. And people still don't know about reasons. I'll say they'd be interested. Indeed. What do you think will happen once the truth about him gets out? I'll stop worrying about that once we know what the truth actually is. Good point. Exactly what I was going to say. Work with the police long enough, you learn not to have any preconceived notions about such things. Take things to the heart, do what's necessary. I imagine you've seen many things as chief. I certainly have. They're usually not the kind of thing I like to tell people about, though. Why not? Not sure how it's done where you're from, but people here don't usually like me telling about the horrible things I see at work. Yeah, that's fine. Huh. Yeah, I guess. Man, look at the time we spent off in there talking. Guess I should be heading back to my apartment. Yeah, it's getting pretty late now, so preparations off tomorrow. To find a way out? Yeah. See you soon then. See ya. Interesting. Whoa. Oh, another new chapter. Well, that's the end of this chapter. This recording, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what I'm doing, please consider subscribing. I'll also back fairly well.